Hi guys, Silla here, and welcome to the second part of our review of Terror Cons. The subject of today's review is Paddy Prime's Blot.
As vicious as those monstrous terror guns.
Lucky we have the Texobots.
Yeah, but those high-tech heroes are in for one horrific battle.
Just like all other Terror Cons, Blot was constructed by the Quintessons to be mindless beasts that are supposed to spread terror through fear. But Blot came out a bit different. He for sure can spread something, but it's not fear. It's his stench. For some reason, Blot was designed with an ability to excrete ooze, slime, and other weird fluids. As useful as it is in combat, combined with his small brain, it gives Blot a massive inferiority complex. Man, another transformer that makes me just kinda sad. It's not his fault he was born with an awful stench. Everyone is mean to him and calling him names. Even his teammates don't fully respect him since they hate getting the stench off themselves after decombining. Come on, somebody should give him some deodorant. Like really, let's get into this robot mode before I start crying. As a toy, Blot is actually a retool of Ripper Snapper, but it's such a heavy retool I noticed only now as I'm writing the script. The figure is cast in the mix of really dark and light purple with silver, yellow, blue and red for painted details. For articulation, it's mostly the same as Ripper Snapper. Blot's head is ball jointed, arms are ball jointed, elbows are ball jointed, his shoulders are on a pinned hinge. And why I'm mentioning it's on a pin? Well, because Ripper Snapper also has the joint, but it's only handled by friction, which means his whole shoulder can simply pop off. I don't know why, but I just find it so terrifying. And of course you later get the rotation of the waist, knees, etc. So sadly use the rotating wrists. But at least Blot can bend his hands inward. For accessories, Blot comes with his slime gun, which sadly has a really short handle, which makes it a bit awkward for him to hold it. You also get this gun, which can be cover for his Prime Master armor. For some of Blot's abilities, Solus lets him create a sword that's covered with corrosive slime, Vector lets him travel through time to capture Decepticon traders, which is rather ironic since his brother Blip was one, and with the knowledge of Alphatrion, the god of wisdom, he can finally clean off his rancid stench. And as seen in the card that came with Mindblot, if he uses the power of Nexus, he can form Abominus without chilling the smell! Alleluia! But this just shows how awful Blot's stench is. It's so putrid that when Blot can use the power of little gods, first thing he thinks about is eliminating his BO. But what would Blot be without his stench? Well, maybe he would have been Transformers Prime, Beast Hunters Blight. Released in the third wave of Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Legend toys, Blight, name changed due to trademark reasons, stands at around 7 cm tall. Blight is cast in this lovely metallic blue and lilac, with yellow and red painted for details, keeping the same vibe as G1 Blot, but still breathing in some of his own flair. The proportions are nice. I love his bulky build with sharp edges and this lovely damp green that just perfectly pictures his character. As an accessory, Blight gets an Affliction Hammer, a powerful piece of weaponry that helps Blight crush his enemies into fine chunks. For transformation, Blight does my favorite type of movement. His chest pops out and simply his whole body does a flip, turning him around into this lizard-like ogre monster. His arms become feet and feet become a pair of clawed hands. I love the yellow mohawk that now pops out from his head. The only issue is that he can't hold his hammer now. Well, except by sticking it into his mouth. For his leg mode, he can turn into this really meaty boot with a nice smooth shape and stable build given to him by his opened up claws. See Prime Ripper Snapper? That's how you do a light version of a G1 character. So with our small little over, let's get into the beast mode of G1 Blot. Blot actually transforms also really interestingly. He turns his legs into a whole backpack, turning him to this really cute cuboid ogre that stands at around 10 cm tall. It's not some complex form with thousands of layers, but it's a really fun change with a really fun design. His little meaty legs are ratcheted and hinged. His hands turn into a pair of claws that can actually hold things. You can even kinda open his mouth a little bit, but I feel that if you try to push it too much, it will break it. His slime blaster and power armor can now be mounted on this hump standing out of his back. The arm and leg modes of Blot are mostly the same story as Ripper Snapper. The only issue for me is that I feel I'm kinda like, am I dumb? I can make his backpack sit flush with his whole body. But either way, that's nothing special. So yeah, whether named Blot or Blight, this plum-colored slimy son of a quintesson is a great toy that I would for sure recommend getting. Thank you for watching, and if you like, subscribe, check out my other videos, and bye!